All research should begin with a question. It may be something set by your instructor, or it might be something that piques your interest through general reading, discussion, class lectures, life experiences, etc. When researching for class, you want your question to be relevant, interesting, focused and specific, and also researchable. Research questions that are relevant will have some bearing on the topic and remain consistent with the requirements of the assignment. Having a question that is personally interesting to you will help make research more enjoyable. Researching for topics that are not interesting to you can become tedious. Good research questions will be focused and specific. Your question should not be too broad or too vague. You can, however, start off with a broad topic and then narrow it down to be more specific. If you start off with a broad topic, you can brainstorm ways to narrow it down. Some options might be to look at a particular aspect of your topic, for example, an economic or psychological aspect. You could think about your topic in relation to a particular time period or a particular event. Other ways you can narrow down your topic might be to relate it to a particular geographic area, gender, or age group. While good research questions should be focused and specific, it should also be researchable. You should get a feel for what materials will be available to you. A great way to do that is to do a preliminary search to test if you can get enough material and then, if necessary, revise your question. Let's run through an example of how we might start searching for a broad topic and then look for ways we might refine it into a workable research question. We can imagine that we have just been given a research assignment and would like to focus our paper on something related to social media. To start the research process, we can use the ProQuest database to begin to get a feel for what types of material might be available to us. ProQuest is one of our multi-subject databases. You can access it either on or off campus. Let's start by typing the terms social media into the search boxes on the advanced search screen here. Notice we have well over 3 million results. This topic is far too broad. How can we narrow our search? One way you can narrow your results is to use a technique called phrase searching to ensure more relevant results. Phrase searching is when you surround your search terms with quotation marks to search for material that includes your terms together in that exact order. When we type the term social media without quotes, many books and articles that contain those terms will come up, but irrelevant material may also come up. That's because when you don't use quotes around a search phrase, catalogs and databases can bring back results that have your terms anywhere in the record, regardless of whether those terms show up next to each other or not. Putting quotes around your search phrase will keep those words together and will eliminate any results that do not have your terms in that exact order. Notice that the number of results we get after using quotes around our search terms is far fewer than our previous search. To narrow our results even further, we can add additional concepts to our search. Let's say, for example, that we have decided to focus on a particular aspect of social media for our topic, cyberbullying. We can type the word "and" using all capital letters after the search phrase social media, then type our new term, cyberbullying. We have fewer results now because we combined our research terms with "and," which is called a Boolean operator. Using the "and" operator narrows our search and lessens the amount of results we get, since we are retrieving articles that contain both concepts. An additional option for narrowing down searches is to use the subject limiter located on the left side of the results screen. To see a list of subject terms that have been assigned to describe the sources in our results list, we can select the subject link and then click on the More Options link. Doing this will bring up a list of subject terms that have been assigned to describe the different subjects covered by the sources in our results. The numbers next to the terms listed here indicate how many articles in our results focus on that particular subject. These subjects can clue us in as to how we might narrow our topic, while simultaneously showing us that the database contains information on the topic confirming that it is researchable, a crucial element of a good research question. Another benefit to looking at these subject terms is that it can also show additional keywords we could use in our search for information on our topic. As we browse through the list, it can be helpful to think about how these subjects might be combined with our other search terms to create a focused research question. From this list, we might use the term teenagers to further narrow down our topic. Now that we have used the subjects to identify additional ways to narrow our search, we can add our term to our previous search. This will bring back even fewer, yet more focused results. So you can see how the preliminary search we have just done has allowed us to start with a broad topic and narrow it down into something more focused. Using quotes around our search terms, adding additional concepts with the AND operator, and locating the subjects link in the database to identify additional ways to narrow our topic has helped us refine our topic so that we can now create a research question. Here is one way we could combine our terms to create a research question. How does cyberbullying on social media affect teenagers? Another example of a research question might be, in what ways do teenagers engage in cyberbullying on social media? Now it's your turn. Hit Next on the left side of the tutorial screen to advance to an activity highlighting the concepts we just covered.